Welcome back to Reflect. My name is Brendan. Donald Trump went on to Fox and Friends this morning to get some softball questions to make him appear more relatable, only 2.5 weeks before America decides who the next president is. Kamala Harris, the joyful warrior, is surging in the polls. She's doing that largely by tying Donald Trump to the attempted insurrection on January 6th, when Donald Trump led a mob to the Capitol to attack Mike Pence and the seated members of Congress, all to try to overthrow our democracy. So Donald Trump has a lot of work to do to try to appear as a warm and friendly grandpa in this election, and he still can't. Fox and Friends give him 2 questions, one from a 10-year-old, one from a 6-year-old, and Donald Trump still manages to come across like a total jackass.
And Trump, I'm Daniel, and I'm 10, and I'm from Tennessee. What was your favorite president when you were little?
Who was your favorite president when you were little?
So I liked Ronald Reagan. I thought he was, look, I didn't love his trade policy. I'm a very good trade. I've made some great trade deals for us, the USMCA. That wasn't his strength, but he had a great dignity about him, Ronald Reagan. Mm-hmm. You could say, there's our president, more than any others, really any of the others. Great presidents, well, Lincoln was probably a great president, although I've always said, why wasn't that settled? You know, I'm a guy that, it doesn't make sense. We had a civil war.
Well, half the country left before he got there.
Yeah, but you'd almost say, like, why wasn't that? As an example, Ukraine would have never happened, and Russia, if I were president. Israel would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened.
So that's the first question. The 10-year-old asks him, who was your favorite president as a kid? And Donald Trump says Ronald Reagan. The only problem is Donald Trump was in his 30s when Ronald Reagan was the president of the United States. A former president can't even get the question of who was your favorite president as a kid right. And then he brings up Abraham Lincoln and says, why wasn't that Civil War settled? Because Trump likes to say on the campaign trail that he would get Ukraine back in order before he was the president of the United States. And so he brings up Ukraine, brings up Israel, brings up 2 nations who are at war right now to a 10-year-old who's going to watch this with their family. Donald Trump brings up war and atrocities. Donald Trump failing miserably in this campaign. So, okay, let's give him another shot. Let's hear from a 6-year-old who has a very, very easy to answer question.
We got a fun one,
but we'll fix it.
We got a 6-year-old from Massachusetts, and he wants to know about your favorite animal. Let's watch.
President, my name is Briar. I'm 6 years old. I live on a farm in Massachusetts. What's your favorite farm animal?
Favorite farm animal?
What's the animal?
Well, this guy from over the city.
I'll tell you what I love. I love cows. But if we go with Kamala, you won't have any cows anymore because you're not allowed. I don't want to ruin this kid's day. But I love cows. I think they're so cute and so beautiful and so productive. But according to Kamala, who's a radical left lunatic, you will not have any cows anymore. So we have to vote her out. If you like cows, you have to vote.
I know. Mr. President.
I want to take a quick break to share with you the sponsor of today's video, Aura.com, which is a digital security app that I've partnered with to give you a 2-week free trial. That's right. Reflect viewers get 2 weeks free over at aura.com/reflect, where you can get an understanding of how safe your digital personal information is out there on the web. So go to aura.com/reflect for your 2-week free trial. Today's video is sponsored by Aura, an online security company that I am incredibly proud to be partnering with to bring you a better sense of security online. Because recently, hackers may have stolen every American's social security number. These stolen records include a person's full name, their address, their date of birth, their phone number, and members of this hacking group have released all of the information online for free. So if you weren't taking precautions with your personal information online before, this should be the time to take action, because you've never been more vulnerable than you are right now. But I'm not too worried because I've recently started using Aura. Aura that tracks my public information, including my social security number, across billions of data points online, including the dark web and public court records in case of identity theft. They also provide you a bunch of other features to keep you safe online, all inside a very easy to use app. You can go to aura.com/reflect to get 2 weeks free, which will give Aura plenty of time to see if any of your personal records have been leaked online. Why wait for another national public data breach to secure your online information? So be sure to go now to aura.com/reflect to get your 2 weeks free. Fox and Friends, they're trying so hard to work with Trump. I actually made a video about how Trump in this same interview admitted that Fox News writers wrote his Al Smith jokes that he gave last night, and Trump let slip in the Fox and Friends interview that he was on his way to meet with the head of Fox News, Rupert Murdoch, to try to convince him to not run negative ads against him and not bring people on the network who are going to criticize him before America decides in a couple weeks. Donald Trump, the same candidate who complains about MSDNC, right? The media is all fake and working with the Democratic Party. Here is Donald Trump admitting to Fox viewers that he is colluding with Fox News. You can watch that video. It's in the cards of this video. Now, one thing that gets Trump's blood boiling is when he sees how capable Kamala Harris is. And so I'm going to leave you with a clip of what a real presidential candidate looks like when she's interacting with kids.
Are you good? Yeah? I missed you. Are we ready to do this? Yes? Yes? Look at this dog. Hi. You're besties. We are besties. We are besties. Oh. Hi, honey. So beautiful. It's all right. She's got a rally. Yes, baby. Bye, honey. I'll see you next time, okay? Okay, high five. Good. Okay, I'll see you next time. See you later.
We're gonna go listen. And what's
You're
your
gonna
cheer?
come listen, okay?
Okay, we're gonna
You're gonna
cheer.
come
We're
listen?
gonna cheer.
Yeah. What's your cheer?
Kamala.
Yeah. There we go. I know. And I'll see you next time.
Okay.
I love you.
Now that's how you talk to children. You have fun with them. You smile with them. You don't bring up war and you don't bring up partisan politics. Because again, the 10-year-old and his family, the 6-year-old and his family are going to watch this and they're going to be scratching their heads saying, who the hell is this guy? And why would I want my child looking up to him? Share your reflections down in the comments below and be sure to subscribe for future Reflect Politics.